Right, let's see what we've got here. I think we should just take on d5, because if pawn takes bishop b5 looks somewhat annoying for black. He has to go. He needs to protect this guy. He has to go bishop f5, but I guess queen f3 is winning then, because the threats of attacking this bishop, checkmate on f7, threats on d7. I don't think his bishop alone can manage all that. That should be pretty good for us. And if he goes knight takes d5, he wants to intermediately take on e5, which is recapture. Now if he wants to recapture the knight, we just play bishop b5 check, and he has only one move to play, which is queen d7, so that wins the queen. I guess we should just take on d5. That looks by far the most logical here. Okay, and he goes for this line where he just gives up a piece. But if he takes here bishop b5, and if he plays bishop f5, queen f3, now it seems like he can protect the bishop. But I can just take on d7 here. That's the point. Now he doesn't want to take back with the queen, but if he takes with the bishop, we have checkmate on f7. Oh, Milos, what's up? So we have quite a few threats here which he can't protect or defend against. Right, what's this? I get the feeling we should give it. I mean, we can recapture the rook, but that's nothing special because, as you might have noticed, then the material is equal. I think we should go for queen e3 check. I mean, if he goes king f1, we have checkmate in 1. That's quite nice. So he can't go to f1. It means he has to go to h1. But after king h1, I wanted to take the knight. And now I threaten checkmate on h2 and on e1. I also threaten to take the rook on f8. And I don't see a decent way for him to defend against both of these threats here. Looks pretty impossible. Go check. Take the knight. It's going for some desperate perpetual attempt here. Take the rook. And we're totally fine. Yeah, he has no other moves. He cannot protect these two squares and protect the rook at the same time. And he doesn't have queen f6 because the knight is guarding the f6 square, which is very important. Let's see what we're gonna do here. Maybe. I'm looking at some queen h4. Yo, Arthur, what's up? Good to see you guys. I'm looking at queen h4 here. Going for a double attack because I only see f4 and f2 as main targets here. But I'm not sure what I'm gonna play after g3. I don't see a very strong follow-up there. Yep. Thanks, Casper. But maybe I should just take my f2 first. Makes no sense at all. How do you train your middle game strategy? Well, analyzing your games is quite a good way. But you got plenty of books for that. I mean, you can play through some classical games where you gotta focus on the early game strategy. But there's so many chess books for that. It all depends on your level of play, which book is interesting for you. Go piece. Yep, new logo. Yeah, the books are gone. True. I need to add those at some point. Good that you noticed. Yes, Pete, we have a new logo. Taken a few months actually, but I managed to restyle the entire thing. I hope you guys like it. In the meantime, I'm really stuck for any ideas here. I'm trying to look for forcing moves, but it's a bit difficult. I can only find this knight as a potential target. Um, yeah, it's a rook, of course. Of course, it's a rook. Hmm. I feel like I'm missing some sort of an idea. Something that helps me solve this puzzle. Maybe his first rank is vulnerable, but I don't see how. I was also looking at just attacking the knight, like queen g5. But knight has still plenty of squares to go. h5 can go to e2, d3, d5. Okay, some of them are probably worse than others, but still. Oh. Normally I have at least a plan on what to do. But now, I don't even have a plan. Crazy idea, g5. Yeah, I was looking at g5 also. Then I thought, well, what if he just moves his knight? It also push g4, of course, but feels a bit empty. Maybe knight takes c3, bishop. Ah, nice. I saw those moves, but I didn't see why. But combining them makes sense. Knight takes c3, pawn takes, and we're indeed going to weaken the bottom rank. Bishop takes c2. He has fishes in the first rank. That's a nice one. But for press, that's a nice one. It totally works. Nice. Knight takes c3. Got a recapture. But that's okay because his issues on the back rank are too much. He can't recapture the bishop because queen e1 is checkmate. And now we can just pick up the rook and we win the exchange. Kudos to you, sir. Nicely found. Well, that's the check. I guess we're not gonna move the king. Yeah, sure, why not R2? I mean, moving the king makes no sense. He captures the bishop. That's it. Material is equal, so we have to attack something. Now it's already under attack, so I guess b5 also attacks the queen. And then I guess we have to find the second accurate move to finish him off. Where the question most likely is if we take with the queen on d5 or with the bishop on d5. That is the big question here. Queen. Why the queen? I'm trying to find some obvious refutation of one of both, but it's not so easy. Here's one. Knight takes c3 and bishop takes c2, Milos. Queen takes d5, rook takes e6, just queen takes e6. That shouldn't be a problem for us. Bishop d5, rook takes e7, king takes. Looks a bit scarier, but also shouldn't be a problem for us. Now I think that the issue is related to like rook d1 here. Then again, I don't even see the concrete problem. Queen takes d5 does look safer. So let's just stick to queen takes d5. That feels solid. Nice. Good thing we didn't calculate. I hope you guys can even see the lines of the engine. I hope they're not too small. Screwing up the layout a little bit, I see. Okay. I'd fine tune that at some point. Yeah, rook a1 is the issue. Now we're pinned. This guy is pinned, this guy is pinned. This guy's under attack. Threat is queen takes b5 probably. Now this looks terrible. Yeah, this is a big problem. Now queen takes makes the most sense. Keep these bishops here to cover the king. Don't allow for extra pins. And next move we can like try to exchange the queens with queen c6 or queen a8. Preferably queen c6. I want to get the queens off the board, or at least chase his queen away. But most likely we exchange the queens. Then the endgame should be easy. But then our king is rather safe. Ooh, endgame. Okay, this is easy to calculate. Let's say we take the bishop. King takes. Take the pawn. King tries to get to our f pawn. There we take this pawn, he takes that pawn. Walking, walking, walking. Both queen together. That's not going to be the solution. Not going to be the right solution. So, or even e3 is better. You guys are right. Totally right. So if we take, indeed, e3. Okay, no, that's terrible. We just lose. So we have to take on c6 maybe, or we can just go bishop a6 here. Oops. a6. Now bishop b5 is not so good because you can just take, and this bishop is still guarding the promotion square. I don't want to give my bishop. just like that. Because he can start pushing his e-pawn again, and we have no threat. And if we first take the pawn, right, he takes our bishop, we take a second pawn, and he just starts running again, and then moves the bishop to h3, and yeah. So I guess we have to go with bishop a6, we have no other choice here. So bishop a6, I guess he's pushing the pawn anyway, we take, pushing the pawn, we take, pushing the pawn, we have to give up the bishop. So now we have in-game should be winning. I guess we pick up this pawn, and then we have 3 pawns standing here against the lone bishop. I guess that's enough, simply because we don't have any other choice here. So we have to go bishop a6. Bishop f5, of course. Weird move. Okay, we pick up the pawn. Ah, the king is coming in. Okay. I guess maybe it's time to go bishop f1 here. Does it make a difference? Maybe not. He's just gonna go king h2. And next move he will go to g1, taking both the bishop and the pawn. So that means we have to move the bishop again. And it feels a bit slow. We can take d5. Let's say we take d5. He starts running to our f-pawn. I'd like to go here, take this bishop. The bishop's got to stay on the diagonal. Let's say he goes to h3 for all I care. Then we can push. We can even take this pawn and push these two guys up the board. Yeah, that has to be enough. Take the pawn. King e5. King e5 looks strong here. Because running with the pawn is rather slow. He can take here, and he starts running with his own pawn. Yeah, so king e5, I like. If he takes the pawn, we take the bishop. Start running. He queens, we queen. We have an extra bishop. I guess that's gonna make the difference here. Yep, that's it. We push it to pawn. We get to this endgame. I mean, even if we give this bishop for this pawn, it should still be winning. I think. I hope. I'm not sure. But we're not even forced to do that right away, so we have plenty of winning opportunity here. Ooh, 257 times. That's a rare puzzle. I wanna take. This is Scandinavian, so I should know this stuff. Doesn't say I know it. I should. Keep looking in the wrong direction. You should direct your face to the screen. That's the easiest. Yeah, knight d4 is interesting. I was looking at bishop c3 though. Bishop takes and knight e4. We attack the bishop. And the idea is that I want to go knight g5 on the next move and put pressure on this pinned knight. I guess it doesn't really work. I guess it doesn't entirely work. Okay, what's up with knight d4, guys? Let's briefly check that one. But simply knight takes, right? It's nothing special for now. Bishop takes. Even bishop g4, knight g4 is possible because he has h4, I think. Not so sure. Doesn't feel like it's enough. What's wrong with the bishop takes c3 line? Where there's some difficulties. So bishop takes, knight e4. Let's say he goes bishop b2, right? Just to play a safe move, so we can see what happens. Knight g5. Knight d4. Knight d4 removes the knight. It protects the e2 bishop, and it attacks the g4 bishop. So if I take the knight, he takes our bishop on g. Take his bishop, he takes back with the knight. So I want to take with the knight, bishop takes g. Then I want to play something like knight f3, but the arrows are confusing. Take d4, rook takes d4. Ah, that defends the bishop. Ah, that's a good point, guys. That's a very good point. Does that mean the line works? Feels like it. So we're gonna make sure that bishop c3, knight e4. I mean, bishop g7 as an intermediate move isn't gonna make any difference, right? Rook g8 is just giving us an extra attacker, I guess. But that's not gonna mess things up. I'm going for this line. Damn! I guess it's knight d4 then. We should have listened to Little Pingwing, of course. I was looking at this line, but I thought h4, and I thought it was nothing. I thought this was nothing. But maybe... How does this continue here? We take here, and then play g5. There we go, g5. Ah, right. I missed I could play g5 there. But what about our plan? I like bishop takes c3. Bishop takes. It's also good, but takes. Here's bishop a1 or b2, whatever. Knight g5. King g2, is that gonna save him? Of course. Win the exchange then, but apparently that's not enough. Right. It's still better for black, but not as good as knight d4. So we threaten to take on c3 now, and then pick up this bishop on e2. But I thought maybe you can go to e1, but then we can take on f2 is what I see now. This is terrible for white. King f1 is checkmate, and king e3 is a lot of trouble at least. I mean, this is worth a piece, sure. So taking the bishop, knight takes, going h4, then g5 is the only move. I didn't see g5. I thought I had nothing here. g5 is very strong. You can't take with the bishop because the knight is hanging, and we're just gonna take on h4. Sorry, we're just gonna take on h4 next. Damn. Complicated stuff. I'm guessing we're just gonna take on e1, take on f4 next. Takes bishop. Can't draw arrows. 4. That's better. We can also change the move order. We can also first take on f4. Hey, Leo Kaido. So we can first take on f4. Because if he takes on e8, we can take on. No, we can take on h2, but it doesn't work because in the end, this bishop is hanging. So I guess we should take on e1 instead. The reason why. Yeah, that's just a check. Now what do we play? Go here, here. Okay, going to the 6th rank doesn't make any sense. So h8, g8 are the most important options. We can also go bishop d7, which covers the c6 pawn. I think that's quite useful here. Because if we drop the c6 pawn, we might also drop the d5 pawn, and it's going fast. Bishop d7 I like the most. It's always, after dropping 30 points, we get nothing back in return. Always the same. Right. Well, the obvious thing is g7. How do we get there? I'm trying to find a way to remove the queen as a defender. But after I move like bishop c5, you can just go queen f7, for example. But that's not really working yet. We can go bishop h6, but he goes rook d7. 7. But maybe we can then take, queen takes, and just move our queen. If we win the queen, we're giving up a bishop and a rook for the queen. We also get a pawn for it in return and maybe a second pawn. I think there you go. No, you didn't see him before because this is the first day. I've changed everything last night, so. But we can win a queen. That's good. And maybe we have to. I'm not quite sure what else we can try here. Taking on b6 is nothing. Just recapture. Taking on a7. And the only way to get through is bishop h6. So I guess we're gonna stick with that move. And then go on and win that queen. Whoa! Oh, sorry guys. I'm allergic to retarded computer moves. We just take it with check, right? Takes, rook takes, then we pick up this bishop. Yeah. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Check, check. Check and snack. Wait for it. Not so quick. We take the bishop, rook h3 might drop a piece. But we're not gonna take an e4, what are we gonna do? We've already done this before? I can't remember it. Maybe some other stream, but another streamer, I mean. I can't recall doing this one. Oh, this is cute. This is cute, guys. We're gonna take here, rook there. We're gonna take on a7. Then we'll be given flight square for the bishop on g7. So I suppose he just takes. Then he takes the bishop, and now we go rook a6, and this knight is in trouble. But he can't go there, he can't go there, he can't go there. If he goes to c8, we play rook a8 and pin the knight and win it. So he has to go to d7 because a8 is protected by the rook on a6. So he has to go to d7. Then we give check on a8, king g7, and then we go to a7. And then we win the knight because it's pinned. Okay, that's cute. I will show you guys. This works. We take on e4. Boo. One needed more moves. Rook here. Take on a7. Thank little penguin. Yeah, we did some arguing with the older design. But I appreciate your input very much. So thank you for that as well. Rook takes, rook a6. Nice. Not is screwed. As I mentioned, he can't go here, can't go there, can't go there, can't go there. So knight c8, rook a8. The pin picks up the knight. And knight d7. We first give a check, forcing the king to g7. And then we pick up the knight. It doesn't even show up. Oh, crap. You're so right. Hold on. I'm gonna fix that right away. I'm gonna fix that right away. Hold on, wait for it. There we go. There we go. Sorry about that. It's here now. Hey, Salamander. Milos, yeah, you're right. I should get a haircut. Maybe $5 enough. I don't know. Now, as I mentioned before, um, the design took quite a while, and Little Penguin gave quite some good feedback. So I'm really glad she did take the time. She would give feedback every time I had this new thing again. All right. This might be the final one, guys. Might be the final one. Hey, Rieger, by the way. Was Miju coming in? Yeah, the guy just took a bishop. We're not going to take back with a pawn, obviously, because then he takes our queen. So we're going to take with the rook. The only move here. Take with the rook, h5. Now we gotta do some defensive work. I think it's something like queen takes e5, takes on g6, pawn takes. Maybe not. Can play f7 there. That sucks. What options do we have? Yeah, queen e3 then forcing the exchange, but it's not so easy because pawn takes, queen e3, takes, pawn takes, g7. Then we gotta give up the rook. That hurts. Yeah, so maybe just rook takes e5 is better. Pawn takes, because the queen is just covering the 7th rank. Quite useful. G5 semi-traps the queen, true, but it does allow checkmate. But yeah, you almost trap the queen forever, but not quite, you know. Usmani Javet, or however I should pronounce that. I'm gonna show some chess loading material, 1300 ELO. Yeah, I'm gonna leave that to the viewers because I'm not really up to date with the chess material for those ratings, so I can't really help you out there directly. Okay, so rook e5. He has to take on g6, right? Because else, what is he doing? So g6, f to g, f takes g6. Then it's all fine, right? We have no f7 coming, we have no checkmate on h7, no stuff on g7. We're just happy, you know? I like it. Nice. Yeah, you know, guys, let's play some chess. So, yeah, let's play some chess.